You know, photography is very powerful, and people remember great photos. And if I'll tell you a quick story, it's not really homeless related, but a quick story about the power of photography that really hit me a number of years ago. When I was a staff photographer at a newspaper in Miami, I hadn't really done too much hard news, and they sent me down to Nicaragua after a hurricane had gone through, and it wasn't something I really wanted to do. I didn't have any experience doing that kind of news event, and I was taking some pictures of a woman who had lost her whole family, and it was horrible. And she was, of course, completely distraught and crying. And my job was to take her picture, and I had to do it as part of my job. I didn't really want to do it. I wanted to just leave her alone and let her go on her way. But I did it, and then the next day, the newspaper told me that the picture had run on the front page, and that there were people lined up in the store where they sell the newspaper in tears, and they wanted to know where they could donate money to help that woman. And that was an eye-opening experience for me. I sort of got it that day. It made sense to me as to how that works. And by us hitting the streets and documenting these things and putting the pictures out there, it again gives a face and gives a voice to people who wouldn't be able to get their story out there in any other way. Working for the Art Gallery was a pretty amazing experience. You know, it's not sort of the work I traditionally do. You've got a lot of amazing photojournalists working on these projects, and you know, the kind of things I usually like to shoot are a little more superficial, kind of fun stuff that people enjoy looking at. The Art Gallery kind of fell in my lap, and it was something I was happy to get involved with and honored to be a part of. But it kind of turned into more than that because just from the act of taking a photo, it literally changed people's lives. I'll tell you a quick amazing, pretty cool experience I had from the Art Gallery was that about a year after I had done the shoot for one of my shoots for the Art Gallery, I got an email from a woman, and she asked me about obtaining a print of one of my pictures of a kid that I photographed for the Art Gallery. And you know, I wrote her back and I said, sure, I can arrange that. You know, just curious, you know, why you want a print. She said, well, I've adopted that child, and he's coming home next week for the first time, and I want to hang that print over his bed in his room. And I almost wept. I mean, it had been maybe a year since I shot that picture, and to actually realize the impact that it had, it literally changed a person's life, a few people's lives. You know, that mother and that child was pretty amazing. I'm David Bergman. I'm a freelance photographer. Valentine's Day 2009, I'm going to do one thing. What are you going to do?